Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Williams to return. Stays on his feet. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And Sanders now to return. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson letting one go deep here for Gronk. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
He was looking for Gronk that time, and it's 3rd down.
Don't worry.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away. On the return is Williams. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On second down, it's Moss again. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll run the option on third and short yardage. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Again, it's Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Real quick.
Henry up the middle. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. On first down, Mahomes. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry-up. Here's Mahomes to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. 47 yards. And the Titans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go.
Go. Go. 13.
Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
No, we change it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. That's down the field for Jefferson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 2 quarters down, 2. Apologies to coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him post-game. We got business to get down to. 3rd quarter action ready to go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room. Maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a give running left with Moss. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken in at the 11. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! A big play there. 54 yards. And the Commanders have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game.
I know the natural instinct is to kick the extra point there and tie the game. But here in this spot, at this point of the game, is there another coach maybe weighing in with what to do here?
Well, I think that analytics are starting to say, with it being from the 2, that you're going for 2 more often, that makes sense. But there, I still like going for 1, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's my first instinct, but I'm understanding how the game is starting to change. We're getting a number of these quarterbacks who are telling their coaches, we should go for 2 all the time. I want to see if we ever get a team that actually starts to do that.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll run on first down with Moss. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. We have played 3 quarters. Back now at FedEx Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So Lamar Jackson and the offense down by 1. 2:14 to play. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Jackson will keep it. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Titans first down, and that should just about do it. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
And a throw over the middle, taken in. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Moore, 73 yards. And the Chiefs need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Commanders. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Locke. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now it's Locke. And his throw is going to be incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Luck now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. Now Locke. He's going to find his receiver, Chris Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. On first down, it's Locke. Open man is Uzomah. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. They'll run the toss to Walker. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. Walker looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And going right back to Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Andrew Luck. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 8. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Commanders making their way out. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 79 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Luck on 1st down. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Back to throw. Love. Throw out wide to Walker. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a quick...
There he goes, left side. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington. Washington's 25-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
Now a first down throw. Locke getting the football to Davis on an out route. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. They'll try and run it in with Henry. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've hit intermission. It's half. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
But that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You can tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Washington. 51 yards. To throw is Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They go play action now. Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Gay's kick is good, and that will even our score at 21. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Ken Walker, 59 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Inside handoff, Henry. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Second down, they go again with Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Henry will score. Touchdown, Commanders.
We're getting set up for what should be a great fourth quarter. This has been a hard-hitting game because both teams have punched and counter-punched equally well. And here's a good finish to this drive. A touchdown run here late in the third quarter.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. KC's offense ready to take over. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, of that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch. Back now at FedEx Field. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A shotgun snap for Locke. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Chris Moore was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Sanders. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Washington offense set to take over again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. 2nd and 6. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Well, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Andrew Luck in the offense. Down by 7. 1:51 on the clock. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Gets this to Moore. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Luck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. Luck now to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A toss right to Henry. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Pat McAfee now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although in that last play they were so backed up it would have taken.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Here's McKee. That is caught. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The defensive tackle Kyle Williams there for the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Well, McKee will look to throw it. That is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Fielded at the 20.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 66 yards.
And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Back to throw, McKee. The throw here, right sideline, falls incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And Sanders now to return. Ooh, the juke.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it?
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On second down, here's Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the side.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A toss left. Henry. Down the numbers. There he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry. 65 yards. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick.
Well, I think Washington got it. Yes, they did.
Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. They run wide side with Henry. Past the 20.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
They'll try and run it in with Henry, and that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a 2-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it's unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated, I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last half of the game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for 2.
McKee now to throw.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
And McKee now. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quick.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Commanders extend their lead yet again.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he got in on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Reggie White on the sack there, showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Looking to throw. McKee.
They set up the screen for Henry. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 33. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment. But welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Derrick Henry, as he normally does, making his impact felt in that first half. He's up over 100 yards rushing for the game already, and he scored 3 times as well, as they went to him early and often, and with good reason.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll toss it to Henry. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
191 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Short throw complete to Gronkowski.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Henry up the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again to Henry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They begin with Henry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. McKee.
Henry's got it out on the left side. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
McKee to throw here.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. McKee. And his throw here is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
243 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
3rd and 9 here.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And quickly they get to the line. A 1st down carry for Henry. Derrick Henry all alone inside the 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball, when we see them the next time out.
And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
The Washington offense set to take over. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Now out come the Giants.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And I tell you what, Charles, this might be... Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Breaks through the contact.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a truly dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
A toss right to Henry.
He's got it to the 43 here. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Derrick Henry, 35 yards. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he has advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with this offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McKee.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Looking to throw. McKee. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This is Derrick Henry, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Inside handoff, Henry. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play action. McKee. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And his kick is good. And they get on the board, trailing now 8-3.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board.
Either taking it right down Broadway. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Washington. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football.
As they've got it as we resume action. Here's the punter McAfee to kick it away.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake.
McKee, and he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sand. Back to throw. McKee. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on third down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
That's pulled in at the 32. And some strong running. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air.
Yeah.
I've got to slow down the running.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Henry running right. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Yo. Cut.
Now a handoff to Henry.
It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A toss left, Henry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 3rd down, Henry. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
101 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime. A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Reggie White able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's fielded at the 34. Sheds off the tackle. It's a nifty return of 29 yards.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Henry again on 2nd down.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They'll run it again with Henry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short. And they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McKee. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now Sanders. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry.
Down the left sideline.
And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They run wide side with Henry. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
A shotgun handoff to Henry.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Derrick Henry taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Commanders are able to widen their advantage.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
McKee. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll try the right side with Henry.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
This is Henry. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
202 yards rushing for him now on 25 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now it's Henry.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Throwing to start the drive. McKee.
He gets it complete to A.T. Perry.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another Ultimate Challenge on EA Sports. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu. With kickoff just moments away, let's send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We pick up this challenge in quarter number 1 with less than 3 minutes left on the clock. You're leading by 6 points. You've got the ball in the red zone. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you...
Two.